Yo, what's good YouTube? ZAMCRO here, aka Scoop, back with actually a Pokemon Showdown live. We're in the OU tier with a banded Hoopa team passed to me by my buddy Rio. He is a small gun player, plays draft as well, and he passed me some teams. He asked me if I wanted to get back into OU and what was going on in terms of how I'm playing Pokemon right now and things like that. And I told him, let me get back into the groove and I'll play some OU. He passed me 4 or 5 squads, and I really like this banded Hoopa one. It has a Scarf Greninja, Protein Greninja, one of my favorite Pokemon of all time, and a Mega Alakazam, and of course the broken Magearna. So yeah, let's go ahead and find a match and hop into it. Alright, so we found the game, and we're facing off against I'm the Senate. Pretty cool Star Wars reference there. So he's got a pretty scary team, Empoleon. Mimikyu, kind of unorthodox. He's got the potential for webs though. I don't want him to necessarily get webs up, but I don't know if I can actually prevent that. So I'm actually going to lead off with my Magearna, and I'm going to throw off a Thunderbolt if he leads off with the Empoleon to weaken it for my Alakazam. And if he leads off with the Araquanid, I'm just going to throw off my Flare Cannon immediately and see if I can just bop that bad boy. So I do not want to deal with that if I can avoid it. So he does lead off with his Landers though, as I lead off with my Magearna. Rocks are obvious. It's easy for him to U-turn out as well. I'm going to go into my Landers. I don't want to give him a free Earthquake here. He doesn't know my skill level. I don't know his either. So just mindlessly clicking moves wouldn't do it at this point. And he has a Charizard and an Araquanid, so rocks aren't terrible. So I'm going to go ahead and get my rocks up despite him having the potential for Hidden Power Ice. But he does reveal Toxic, so now I'm going to U-turn out, expecting him to maybe Defog or Hard Switch on this turn, expecting maybe my own Hidden Power Ice. So we'll see what he goes for here. As he goes into Empoleon, we're going to be able to U-turn out. We're going to crit there. I don't think it's going to come into effect or anything like that. I'm just going to go straight out into my Hoopa, and I believe I claim a kill here with the Hyperspace Fury. So my opponent goes into Lander, so that's a good play there. He won't be able to do that many more times though. So he did reveal the Toxic earlier, but that doesn't mean he's not max speed, so I'm not going to allow him to get damage off on me if he does end up being faster. So I'm just going to hard switch back out into my Landers here and prevent that from happening. And he actually goes for the Rock Tomb, which is actually nice for me. It gives me a slow U-turn out. As he just goes for it again, which is fine by me. I'm going to be able to U-turn out here, and I could go into Alakazam, or I could go into Greninja. I think Alakazam's a little bit better because it gives me my Mega Evolution, which allows me to trace his abilities upon switching and things like that from now on. I think he's going to go into his Empoleon, almost 100%. I'm just going to throw off a Shadow Ball. It'll knock out Landers from this range. That crit did not matter. So we're able to knock out Landers. He brings in Empoleon immediately. This thing can't immediately threaten me, so I'm just going to go ahead and throw off a Focus Blast. I'm able to knock it out, so that's really nice for me. And now he brings in the Mimikyu, and it is Totem. And since my Landers is so weakened already, I'm just going to go ahead and I think I'm just going to go ahead and sack off my Landers at this point to get the Intimidate off and immediately click Earthquake. I don't think a Play Rough will knock me out at this range unless he attacked me there. So what I can do here is just click Earthquake. Okay, he's Z, so he is able to knock me out here. I'm not able to break his Disguise immediately, which is kind of scary. I think what I'm going to do is go out into my Greninja and U-turn just to break the Disguise and go into my Amoonguss to fight this thing for a second, and then go into my Magearna. I'll be able to survive any one shot and get damage back on it, unless he uses my Amoonguss as setup fodder, which I'm not going to allow by going immediately for the Spore here. He does go for the Play Rough. He takes Rocky Helmet damage as well, which is nice for me. And now I'm going to throw off some Sludge Bombs. Now he's in range of Greninja, and Shadow Sneak can't knock me out from this range. But he goes for a play rough, so I'm assuming he doesn't have Shadow Sneak, or yeah, I'm assuming he doesn't have Shadow Sneak. I'm gonna hard switch into my Greninja here. I don't want him Dragon Dancing. He gets the Dragon Dance off anyway, but he is in range of Rock Slide here, so I'm just gonna go for the Rock Slide, knock this bad boy out. And he brings in his Porygon, and I'm gonna go immediately into my Magearna because Porygon's a threat, and I'm gonna throw off my Z move because Z move into anything will knock out Arachnid, and Z move will knock this thing out, which gives me a boost. My opponent said GG in the chat, and he forfeited. Okay, so that's going to be game, and yeah, that's a nice one. So we're going to go ahead and find another one, and we'll be right back. I have this guy, Coding Calculating, messaged me on Showdown as I was just chilling. He said, "Want to battle? I'm a fan of your channel." I said, "Sure, it would be fun." He said, "Cool." I accepted his challenge, and he's got this very cool team. He's got 3 fire types: Volcarona, Volcanion, and a little Marowak, alongside Landers, Therian, Superior, and Mega Medicham. So looking very, very, very powerful. I think Landers is going to be my best lead, so I'm going to go ahead and lead off with that. And it does give me the option to get my rocks up early, if need be. I'm going to take the opportunity to get rocks up though, because he does have a Volcarona. As long as he's not like Hidden Power Ice with like a Life Orb, he won't be able to blow me away or anything like that. Unfortunately though, he does reveal the Rock Polish and goes immediately for it. I'm going to U-turn out here as my opponent goes for the Bulk Up as well. So really nice play on his part. I have to calc something real quick to see speed tiers. So he's revealed a Bulk Up, but I wonder if he's got a Z move, because he's not revealing leftovers or anything like that. So I'm pretty sure he's going to have like Z Fly or something. I'm going to go out into my Amoonguss, bait the Z Fly, and I guess I'm going to sack off my Hoopa, because it doesn't necessarily, I don't necessarily need it in this matchup. So I'm going to go out into Amoonguss, and this is going to force him into his Z Fly. And it's going to allow me to sack off my Hoopa. At the same time though, I could just sack off Landers Therian, since I do have rocks up already, but Landers isn't doing much back. So what I want to do, I could get the Intimidate off as well. I could sack off Hoopa here, but if he goes for another Bulk Up or something, I'll just get blown away. I can't believe he went immediately for the Rock Polish. I don't think he's going to want to be put to sleep, so I think he will attack here, and he's going to go for the Z Fly. I think I'm going to go in the Landers and get the Intimidate off. So he's now at a position where he can't like necessarily knock out my Magearna from full. So what I can do is take the opportunity to go ahead and throw off my Z move here and blow him away, and get rid of this threat that he went for the turn 1 setup with the Rock Polish. So it was really scary. I didn't lose any mons from it though, so I'm really happy about the way I played around it. Taking minimal damage on basically everything. So he brings in a little Marowak. I don't have a great switch into this, so I'm actually just going to stay in and fire off a Flare Cannon. And yeah, my opponent just gets rocks up, and I'm able to knock this thing out as well. So that's not bad for me. and he chooses to bring in Volcanion next. So I'm just going to go for the Thunderbolt, not wanting to risk too much here. I'm going to keep Amoonguss around for Serp. I could go Hoopa at this point. Does Hoopa blow through Volcanion? I don't know, but it prevents anything else from setting up. So I'm just going to go for the Hyperspace Fury here. Blow that thing away. And he can't set up on me with anything, because everything literally gets one-shotted after Stealth Rocks. So I'm going to go for the Hyperspace Fury here. So my opponent goes for the Leaf Storm. I'm able to knock him out. That's nice for me. In comes the Medicham. I think I can just win with Alakazam at this point. So I'm just going to stay in and click Hyperspace Fury. As my opponent goes for the Bulk Up once again. So he's got Bulk Up Landers and Bulk Up Medicham. That's pretty cool, I guess. I hope he doesn't have Bullet Punch. I don't think it knocks out, though. I don't think Bullet Punch will knock me out from this range. So I'm going to go into my Alakazam here, and I am just going to click Shadow Ball. No, I'm going to click Psychic. And then Volcarona should drop at this range as well. After Stealth Rocks, right? Let me just see if there's any kind of Volcarona set that could live, because if there is, my play is to go hard into my Greninja. So let's just see. Volcarona, Volky Quiver Dance. If you are max HP, you could survive this actually. I think my play is just to click Psychic anyway, because there's no way he was going to double quiver. But yeah, that's going to be a good game. Nice 13-turn battle. Really caught me off guard there at the beginning. Yeah, I'm not sure who my opponent was, cold and calculating, but nonetheless had a fun time playing. Alright, so we're going to grab one more real quick, and we're going to be facing off of one of those ladder tour guys. We've got Eclipse, Eclipsey, whatever. Anyways, pretty scary squad. Nice Firewater Grass score, 2 fairies, really stout, and Landers there, and of course, I think he's going to lead off with either his Landers or his Greninja, and my Greninja is going to be a good lead versus both of those, so I'm going to lead off with that. As my opponent chooses to lead off with Landers, I'm just going to throw off an Ice Beam here, just in case he doesn't scout. Had a phone on a cord on the computer. I'm going to disable that, or unplug it I should say. I'm going to go into Amoonguss here. Easy play for me. I thought he may double into the Heat Ren, that's why I took a minute, but ultimately he didn't, so I'm fine with this. I do expect him to go into his Heat Ren now. So I think I'm going to go into my Hoopa. My opponent actually just pulls a switch out into his Landers instead. So I'm going to pull out into my own Landers here. Brings in the Feeny. Amoonguss is pretty fair for me, but he's likely to go into Heat Ren here, so I'm going to click Earthquake. My opponent just stays in and goes for the Scald, which is a fine play because because now I'm going to go into my Amogus and throw off a Spore. Oh, he taunted me. It's a good play there. I'm going to go back into Hoopa. And now I'm just going to go for the Gunk Shot and get rid of this thing. Now that opens up my Greninja a little bit better, which is nice for me. I'm going to go into my Greninja here hard and get a Spike Up, unless he blows me away with whatever the Z move is. Okay, so I'm going to Spike Up, expecting my opponent to switch out. And this is going to give me a little bit of momentum back in my favor. Now I'm going to go into Amogus and expecting his Heatran to come out. I'm going to go. Actually, I'm going to go hard for the bomb here. I'm going to go hard for the Sludge Bomb. Or I could go hard for the Spore. I think I'm going to go hard for the Spore, expecting my opponent to switch out here. And my opponent is going to forfeit, so that's a nice one. Nice 13 turns. We're going to get one more since he forfeited so soon. Alright, so we've grabbed another one, facing off against Cards, another ladder player, or ladder tour player, 61 RQ. Very scary squad. I got the Reuniclus. I actually got swept by Reuniclus a couple days ago on the ladder. Kind of frustrating. Let's see here. Potential leads. Mega Lopunny. Heatran. Landorus Therian. I'm gonna assume that this Landorus Therian is Choice Scarf for just a second. I'm actually gonna lead off with my Greninja, as he does choose to lead off with his Lopunny. So I'm gonna go immediately into Landorus Therian here. Or am I just going to go straight to Amogus? I'm going to go hard into Landorus. I don't expect an Ice Punch on turn 1. And what I can do now is just set up Stealth Rocks. If he does have Ice Punch, it won't knock me out from this range. And then on the following turn, I can hard switch into my Magearna and then double into Amogus. Or double into Hoopa, expecting his Heatran to come out. And then I can fire off a big Hyperspace Fury. That's the really good thing about Hoopa Unbound, is it's just so powerful. So I get my Rocks up as he brings Pix in. I'm going to go for Earthquake here. Yeah, this is going to be a 2-hit KO, so now I know he's going to switch, and what I can do is just U-turn out here. Easy peasy. So he goes into the Bulu, get nice chip damage off on that bad boy as well. And I'm going to go into Magearna. And I'm going to go straight for a Calm Mind, expecting this Heatran to come out. And I'm going to start trying to weaken this down. I got to weaken this quite a bit. I'm going to go straight for the Thunderbolt here. As my opponent goes for the Inferno Overdrive. Is that a crit? That blew me away, but was not a crit. So that's a little bit, that's super unfortunate for me. Fortunate for me though, I can go straight into my Hoopa here and click Hyperspace Fury and pretty much net a knockout. Unless he goes hard into Lopunny. So some nice damage off versus the Heatran here, which this is opening up my Amogus so much. And he's letting me get chip on Landorus as he goes hard into it here. I completely disagree with that play, that series of plays. I'm going to go into my own Landorus here. He just U-turns out and gets in his lop, so that's fair play there. I'm going to go hard into Amogus. I do expect the ice punch, but I don't think he can 2-hit KO me. So what's his play now? He went for the fake out. That was a little bit weird. I could go for the spore. And this is going to give me my Zam. And when Zam comes in, I can start firing off some attacks. And he has no switch-ins. No switch-ins here. I'm not going to Mega yet. Because I don't want to take stealth arc damage yet. So I'm just going to click Psychic here. As he goes hard into his Bulu. So I disagree with that play. I did 34. I'm going to Mega Evolve and throw off another one because I know how to knock him out if I Mega Evolve. Ooh, I did not knock him out. Are you kidding me? Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. So now I've got to go hard into the Amoonguss. And this should bounce off of Amoonguss. Yeah, pretty much expected that. Now what I need to do is get rocks off the field. So I think he's going to sack off his heat ran here. Well, if he doesn't, he just stays in and goes for the superpower. So that's not bad for me. I'm going to defog here. As he decides to go into Reuniculus. So I get rocks going, and now I'm going to U-turn out into Hoopa Unbound once again. And this thing's eventually going to just net a knockout, pretty much. So my opponent goes into Toxapex. I'm going to recover up here. This is going to give me quite a bit of health back. And now I'm going to go for the Psychic. Really nice damage there. And now he's actually in range to just drop to the second Psychic. Alright. And now he's out of range once again. So I'm going to go into Amoonguss, pick up this Toxic Spike, get it off the field. And what's asleep? The Lop's asleep. He's definitely going to double again, so I'm going to double out to my Zam myself. And now what I can do is fire off a big Psychic here. So every time he brings in this Reuniculus, I'm going to go hard into Hoopa. What can I do here, though? I guess I could click Ice Punch. It's going to knock out basically everything. I think it's going to knock out Bulu as well. I'm just going to go for it here. As he goes into Pegs. Man, this is frustrating. I am going to be patient, though. I got to stay patient. I really disagree with that play, though, because had I clicked Hyperspace Fury expecting his Protect or anything like that, then I would have been in a fantastic position here. I think he's just going to get a T-Spike up. Oh, he actually just goes for the Toxic. So I'm going to get my rocks up here. And just in case he switches, I'm going to U-turn out on this turn. I'm going to go hard into Amoonguss and get this Toxic Spike back up. Alright, so now the Pex might go for Toxic Spikes here. He's definitely not going to go for Scald. And this is going to allow me to get in my landers here and click Earthquake, or so he thinks. Or he may take this Earthquake. So the play may not be to click Earthquake here. What is the play? My play is a U-turn out into Zam on the Scald or the Toxic Spike. So he actually just clicks Toxic. I think this is going to give me my Hoopa once again. First of all, I'm just going to throw off a Psychic though. And my opponent pretty much knows that I'm going to go into my Hoopa here. So what I'm actually going to do is just throw off another Psychic as my opponent sacks off his low pony. So really, really fine play there. Going for the double Psychic, expecting the Reuniclus to double out. I'm super okay with that play. So my opponent goes into the Bulu. This gives me my Amoonguss once again. And I don't necessarily need to... I'm going to double out into Hoopa. Hoopa. Expecting his Reuniclus to come back in. And I'm going to throw off a Hyperspace Fury here and basically just net a knockout. So I'm going to go into Landers here. I know my opponent could just U-turn out. But going into Amoonguss, yeah, I thought maybe he could defog as well. So what I'm going to do is just continuously get rocks up until my Landers faints. 2 toxic damage, I believe. No, what I can do is just U-turn out here. Dang, I lost quite a bit of HP just trying to keep rocks up on the field. He defogs here. Or I could just bring in Greninja on the following turn. His U-turn knockout. U-turn will definitely knock out from this range. Surely to goodness. I can still just go Greninja on the following turn. I don't need Landers anymore. Yeah, I don't need Landers anymore, so my play here is to just try to get rocks up once more. And I don't need Landers to defog anymore because he only has the option to get Toxic Spikes up, and I can just go Amoonguss on that if he decides to go that route. Come on, cards, show me what you got, brother. Yeah, he just defogs once again. He's pretty much, stuck at that form there. So I go Greninja, and I just click Ice Beam here. Knock out the Landers, fine by me. Gives him Pex, and that immediately gives me my Zam, and I just go. I actually going to have to double into Amoonguss, predicting his Bulu to come out. He actually goes into Reuniclus, so that's a fine play too. I go hard Hoopa here. I never stay in. And I'm just going to click Hyperspace Fury once here to see what kind of damage it does. I get a crit. Oh, it don't matter because he clicked Scald. Ooh. And my opponent forfeits. That's gonna be game. Hoopa Unbound's a monster. But yeah, it's gonna be the game. This fire team that Rio sent me. I don't know if I went over it in detail. I think I might have, but regardless, I'll just drop the PokePaste in the description. Pretty fun squad though. You guys are welcome to use it. It's not like stealing or anything like that. But yeah, let me know what you guys thought about these games. Hoopa Unbound, and I guess I didn't really get any Maguna sweeps under Trick Room or anything like that. Mega Alakazam is a beast as well. But yeah, really fun. Having fun in OU once again, Smogon and stuff like that. But yeah, just let me know what you guys thought about all the games. Let me know what you guys think about the team. What was your favorite game? What was your favorite play? All that good stuff. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe, all the good stuff, and I'll see you guys next time. Thank you for watching.